Most people believe poverty is caused only by low income, but the truth is that many financial struggles are actually created by spending habits. Because it's not just how much money you earn that determines your future, it's how you choose to spend it. Every single day, millions of people buy things that quietly keep them trapped in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle, while others with similar incomes use that same money to build assets, investments, and long-term wealth. The difference isn't always a bigger salary or a lucky opportunity because, more often than not, it's the financial decisions repeated every month that separate those who build wealth from those who remain financially stuck. Today we're going to look at 10 purchases that silently keep poor people poor, not because buying them is always wrong, but because making these purchases a habit can destroy your ability to save, invest, and build financial freedom. The first purchase is brand new cars financed with long-term loans because while a new vehicle may feel like a reward for your hard work, it also begins losing value the moment you drive it off the dealership lot. Many people commit themselves to 5, 6, or even 7 years of monthly car payments, insurance, maintenance, and depreciation, leaving very little money available for investing or paying off debt. The wealthy often understand that transportation is a tool, not a status symbol, which is why many financially successful people drive reliable vehicles for years while quietly investing the money others spend on expensive upgrades. The second purchase is luxury items bought only to impress other people because designer clothing, expensive watches, high-end electronics, and premium accessories often provide temporary satisfaction while creating long-term financial pressure. Many of these purchases are made with credit cards or financing, meaning people continue paying for yesterday's lifestyle long after the excitement of owning those items has disappeared. Real wealth is rarely built by looking rich, because true financial success comes from owning appreciating assets rather than constantly buying things that lose value over time. The third purchase is lottery tickets and gambling because although the dream of becoming rich overnight is incredibly attractive, the reality is that millions of people spend small amounts every week chasing a jackpot they'll almost certainly never win. Those same weekly purchases, if consistently invested over many years, could grow into a substantial amount through compound returns instead of disappearing into games based entirely on chance. The fourth purchase is constantly upgrading phones, tablets, and other electronics because companies release new models every year, convincing consumers that last year's perfectly working device has suddenly become outdated. Many people finance these upgrades through monthly installment plans, creating another recurring payment that quietly reduces their ability to save or invest for the future. Technology should improve your life, but replacing expensive devices every year simply because a newer version exists often benefits manufacturers far more than your financial future. The fifth purchase is eating out every day without realizing how quickly the costs add up because buying coffee every morning, ordering lunch every afternoon, and relying on food delivery every evening may seem affordable individually, but together they can consume thousands of dollars every year. The issue isn't enjoying restaurants occasionally because everyone deserves to enjoy life. The problem begins when convenience becomes a daily financial habit that quietly replaces opportunities to save, invest, or eliminate debt. Imagine redirecting even half of that spending into investments every month and allowing compound growth to work for 10 or 20 years. The difference could completely transform your financial future. The people who consistently build wealth don't avoid spending altogether. They simply become much more intentional about buying things that improve their future instead of things that only satisfy them for a moment. The sixth purchase that quietly keeps many people poor is high-interest credit card purchases, because buying things you can't immediately afford often means paying far more than the original price once interest is added over months or even years. A $1,000 purchase may eventually cost $1,300 or even $1,500 if it's carried on a high-interest credit card, making ordinary shopping much more expensive while reducing your ability to build real wealth. The seventh purchase is expensive monthly subscriptions that provide very little value because streaming services, premium apps, gym memberships, gaming subscriptions, software, and other recurring payments may seem small individually, but together they quietly drain hundreds or even thousands of dollars every year. Many people continue paying for services they've forgotten about simply because the charges happen automatically, proving that convenience can sometimes become one of the most expensive habits of all. The eighth purchase is furniture, appliances, and household items bought on financing because while monthly installment plans make expensive purchases seem affordable, they often encourage people to spend far more than they normally would. Instead of asking whether they can truly afford something, many people only ask whether they can afford the monthly payment, creating years of unnecessary financial obligations that limit future opportunities. The ninth purchase is expensive vacations paid entirely with borrowed money because, while creating memories is valuable, financing travel through credit cards or personal loans often means returning home with stress instead of relaxation. The vacation may last 1 week, but the debt payments can continue for months or even years, making temporary enjoyment far more expensive than it originally appeared. Financially successful people often save for experiences before paying for them, allowing themselves to enjoy the trip without carrying the burden of interest long after it's over. The 10th and perhaps the most dangerous purchase is buying things simply because everyone else has them, because comparison is one of the fastest ways to destroy financial progress. Social media constantly convinces people they need the newest car, the latest smartphone, designer clothing, luxury furniture, or bigger homes just to appear successful, even if those purchases don't improve their lives in any meaningful way. The truth is that many people who look wealthy are quietly struggling with debt, while many truly wealthy people live below their means, investing the difference instead of trying to impress others. One of the biggest mindset shifts you can make is asking yourself one simple question before every major purchase. Will this item increase my future wealth, or will it simply increase my monthly expenses? That single question has the power to completely change the way you spend money because it shifts your focus from temporary satisfaction to long-term financial freedom. The goal isn't to stop enjoying life or never buy anything nice, because money should absolutely improve your quality of life, but every purchase should be intentional instead of emotional. Imagine if the thousands of dollars currently disappearing into unnecessary upgrades, interest payments, impulse purchases, and status symbols were invested every single year instead. Over 10 or 20 years, those investments could grow into a life-changing amount, giving you financial security, freedom, and opportunities that temporary purchases could never provide. Remember, becoming wealthy isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making smarter decisions more often than bad ones, and understanding the difference between buying things that make you look rich and buying assets that actually make you rich. The people who achieve financial freedom aren't perfect with money, they simply choose investments over impulse, assets over liabilities, and long-term success over short-term excitement. If you found today's video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because every week we share practical financial strategies that help ordinary people avoid costly money mistakes, build lasting wealth, and achieve true financial freedom one smart decision at a time.